Right, let's do a market analysis. It's been a while since I did this. I've been very ill the last, I want to say maybe going on 4 weeks now. So I've been looking at the markets, but because nothing exciting has been happening, I just decided to rest essentially. But I had been seeing something brewing, especially in FTSE, which I want to talk about now because I think this is something that's going to happen, a sell within the first quarter of 2024. And what I'm seeing here is this pullback, which is slowly rolling over. And what I am seeing here is we have this push up and then this push up, and then this third push up is difficult to tell. Let me go forward a bit. It's difficult to tell because you can say, okay, this push up is like this, pull back. Oh, that doesn't make sense. Like this, pull back, and then this, and then this. Or you can read it as, actually it's this, pull back, this, and then pull back in, and then this. Or you can say all of this is one, pull back, and then another one. Additionally, you can say all of this is one and we're yet to have a pullback. And judging how prices previously performed, i.e. down here, you can anticipate, okay, if this is all one, we're going to have a pullback to probably about here. Either way, right, it doesn't particularly matter right now. My bias is saying whenever there's difficulty in reading these, I always go with the more extreme, which is this, and we're yet to have a pullback. Either way, it doesn't matter. It's difficult to say on this on this time frame. If you go down to the 4 hourly, however you read it on the daily, what's clear on this time frame is that we've had prices come up to here. Let me draw this better. Prices come up to here, and then we've had a pullback, and then this leg has started again, right? And it's come up to here first, tapered out, and then sort of like made another attempt. This didn't come in deep enough and for long enough for me to say it's a pullback. So I'm considering all of this as one push up, but I'm also considering this information, which is we made a push up to here, and then prices have stalled and it's going back up. So what I'm considering are the importance of this level. Let me clear this up a bit. The importance of, or the significance of this level as well as this level in consideration of a pullback, which will most likely come all the way down to here. Okay, so to sum up, level wise, I'm looking at between here and here. Now I can, in order to make an assessment, I kind of need more information, right? So I'm very interested in how prices perform as it comes down and as it goes back up, because between this very top and this right here, I'm interested in seeing how both buyers and sellers perform, which essentially means I have this range to make a decision, and I have the best part of 150 point move to grab. Of course, you want to grab this as high up as possible when the sellers are going to make their move. So ideally, if you can catch it here, that would be great, but that's very unlikely. In either case, even if you took it at the very lowest point of this range. If you took it at the very lowest point of this range right here, you still have this much to grab versus this much to lose, right? Because you'll have your stop most likely up here. All of this is to say, in January, I'll be very interested in seeing how this move rolls over and pulls back down to this level, with the anticipation of grabbing at least 150 points. Actually, let me not say at least, about 150 points. And I want to grab this as high as possible, so from up here ideally. Now what I'm seeing here on this time frame is we've had this first push down, but I want to see how, and we've had this on a lower time frame, there's this minor range. So I want to see how prices perform within this minor range. So let me go down one more time frame. So we've had this push down. If you're looking at this from the seller's point of view, we've had this push down, and this is a pullback and a confirmation that this push down has indeed ended. So in theory, you can say, yes, this is the first leg, and we're now gearing up for the second leg down, which is good to see because it gives us time or enough room, right, to look at this time frame, this range rather, and see how the buyers perform compared to the sellers. So I want to see how prices push up. I am looking at this last leg as an interesting move, but I want to see how buyers respond. I want to see how buyers respond and how sellers respond to the buyers. If I see them coming down with any sort of strength, I'll be interested in taking this for a sell, probably as high up as possible. What I would like to happen is for prices to break away from this range on the opposite side, and then let me move this forward just a bit so we can draw this out. So this is the range. Let me do that better. This is the range we're looking at, right? What I would like is for prices to break out of it on the upper side, and then almost look to create I'll almost be looking for another mini range up here, because this will be a sign that, okay, these buyers, which in theory are a pullback to the sellers that made all of that move down, they are now done, and now we're ready for the second leg of the sellers, of these first sellers, which will be looking to break past this range and this range, and most likely this range. If all of that shows itself within the data, I'll be looking to grab this as this is coming down. So at the very latest here, but ideally towards the upper end of this mini range right here. So most likely here. This is again assuming we have buyers break out of this first range and make this mini range just above. So between the 740 level and the 760 level, actually, I'll be looking to, well, actually no, 740 level. So between here and here, I'll be looking to take the sell and looking to take this all the way down, because I think that will be the start of the movement downwards, which would be a move coming all the way down to here. So this 150 point move I just mentioned. That's what I'll be looking to grab when it happens. So I think it will be a very interesting start of the year, and I think this move will happen in January. When it does happen, and mind you, there's a likelihood that this can come crashing all the way down, but to be conservative, I think I'll aim for here as the take profit, because I'm looking at this as this leg as a bigger leg to this previous leg, which will mean, let me draw this, let me move this forward a bit. We'll be looking at something like this. So this pullback, and then at least one more leg upwards. And when that happens, I'll be looking to compare this with this leg. So first things first, I want to see how prices perform. The first opportunity is to grab this sell, which is the best, which is about 150 points at some point in January. I think this will take a long time before prices gear up for a bigger push all the way down, which, although I think is possible, I don't think it will happen within this first leg down. So I'll be looking to track this very closely in January. At the start of January, I'll be tracking it. Now, other markets are more aligned to FTSE, but right now I think FTSE is my favorite out of these three. I'm seeing the same story across all three, but these ones are just too. So when this comes down, it'll be looking to come down to here, right? It'll be the equivalent of coming down to there, the equivalent of what's happening with FTSE. Same thing with Germany, the equivalent of coming down to here. But out of the three, I think FTSE is the easiest one to grab. You just have to ensure that you grab it quickly, as in the face of buyers. And what I mean by that is what I explained with the prices pushing up. I'm anticipating a big push up, actually, because everything's all, I think, aligned nicely. Everything is in the timing for the buyers. We have the new year, we have new week, what else? Yeah, new year, new week, new trading session. Also, we have everyone coming back from the holidays. So I am anticipating a big push upwards. But once we get past the 7740 level, past this level on the upside, I'll be very interested in seeing how the buyers perform against the sellers. These same sellers, they've made this first push down. I am anticipating another push down. It will be even better if prices come all the way up to the 7760 level, that psychological level. The thinking of the sellers coming down still applies. It's just there'll be a better opportunity to grab it on the upside rather than the downside. In either case, things are looking very, very well indeed. Now, coming into this year, 2024, I want this to be the last year where I analyze publicly but keep the trades private. So if things go according to plan this year, 2024, in a year's time, so December of 2024, gonna make a public declaration where I aim to have the trades that I take public, not just the analysis. But all of that is getting all of that is in time to come. First things first is to continue to track FTSE, and if things go according to my analysis, I'll be taking that trade sometime in January. All right, I'll leave it there for now. I'll have more analysis in the days to come. All right, bye for now.